What's going on YouTube? This is Long Lock City 2, coming back with another video. I wanted to discuss the wall of silence and the collective black male conscience. I was discussing that with an associate of mine the other day, and she was asking me what's the deal with the wall of silence, and basically what is it? Like, from the standpoint, I kind of looked at her, like, when we were having a conversation, like, I kind of looked at her like, well, if you have to actually ask about it, then that means you're in danger of being on the outside of it. So that basically my response to her was, if you've heard about the wall of silence, but you don't know what it is, then that means you're on the outside of it, and whatever the fuck you're doing, you need to reverse what the hell you're doing, because you're going to find yourself locked on the outside of all of the positive male, of all the positive black male influence in the community. You're going to be on the outside of it because, for one reason or another, nobody's even trying to fuck with you on no level for any reason. So, but the wall of silence, that, from what I take it, the wall of silence is basically men saying, we tired of this shit. Like, we're fed the fuck up. Like, we are done trying to beat in the heads and the skulls of these women who are so hell-bent on this strong, independent, dumb shit. All these women that aren't talking about building, who are all about self, who want to run in a matriarchal structure, who don't believe in male leadership regardless of whether he's on point or not. The type of woman that can't recognize an on-point man. The type of woman who, okay, basically these women, these are the same women who don't recognize on-point men when they see him, not unless he's blatantly showing his resources out for her to see. And no man in his right mind is going to do that unless she just, like, in front of his house, or she see him coming from work and she see him driving his car or some shit like that. It's almost like they judge a man's worth and his, like, by his wealth, by his material, But basically, a lot of the men that are out, pulling resources and trying to rebuild some sort of structure in either this community or a separate, newer community, those women will be on the outside. The ghetto ratchets, the strong independents, the Ray Rays, the Pookies, the J-Rock, the convicts, basically everybody who isn't building, who isn't trying to build, who keeps perpetuating the stereotype of basically niggas, like, basically whoever perpetuates the black stereotype that's in the media, that's in society as it stands now. It's going to be a lot of trouble, man. It's going to be some heads that are going to roll. Like, it's slowly starting to happen. The more and more I log on to YouTube, the more videos I see coming from guys that are in the age range of making it. Basically, I'm gonna say guys between the ages of 26 and 35. That's the window. The window of the ages of where men are getting out of college and are starting to settle into their careers, or deciding to go back to college and choosing, another line of work, or whatever the case may be. The men that are posting these videos are waking the fuck up and starting to go and get resources. So now it's like the women can't identify with these men because they were never known, or actually I'm not going to say never known, but they weren't properly taught to recognize a guy that's on his P's and Q's. They look for materialistic shit, and that's how they judge. But if that's the case, then they will be with better men. If they just look solely at materialistic shit and judged off of that, they'll be with better men. But they don't. I said it before, substance over swagger has to be the method of, operation for choosing a mate, but that's not happening. But hey, like, all the men that are on point, all the men that are aspiring to be on point, that have active goals, or have goals and are actively working on completing those goals and becoming the man that, the successful businessman or whatever, successful in your own right. The men that are doing that, they have the option to get passports now. They have the option to choose, because the more resources you have, the more women you are available to. So, the higher in tax brackets you get, the more options pop up in the dating market. So now these women, these black women, these same women that passed up on these men before, I said that in the Poindexter's Revenge concept, now these women go out, they have 4 or 5 kids, or they're these single women that are in their mid to late 30s, scrambling, looking for a man, scrambling. And I'm going to be honest, any woman that says she's not full of shit because you scrambling, for real. Right now you're older, you competing with younger girls, and you don't have any kids, that biological clock is ticking. And I'm not going to say all, but most women, that they only feel like women unless they can have kids or, be married or whatever. I don't think I think the marriage shit is changing. I don't think a lot of black women want to be married, at least not the black men. Because as much shit as they talk about them, as much shit as they talk, they don't want to be married to no black dude. Like, who the fuck want to marry somebody who is just the lowest scum of the... I mean, I'm going to be honest. With the stereotype that's being perpetuated in the media, as far as black women, there's no fucking way I would ever marry one. Like, this woman that they're talking about, keep in mind, it's the woman that they're talking about. Loud, belligerent, just out of pocket, masculine, challenging your manhood and standoffish, overweight, many kids, like all these damn kids out of wedlock, ghetto queens, or this super uber hyper feminine, strong, independent, I don't need you or your resources, you ain't good for shit but a fuck, because that's all I need you for, nigga. I can pay my own bills. That type of Destiny Child-esque woman. Them two, like, them women, man, I just feel bad for the women, man, because they're gonna be single as fuck. They're gonna be strong, independent, and single. And the man that they're going to be fucking with is going to be community dick. Hey, y'all get mad if you want to, man. Y'all brought that shit on yourselves. I laugh at all you strong, independent women, man. Because y'all going to be strong, independent, and single as fuck. I mean, but hey, it's cool, because, it's cute to actually see... just going around on the internet, just posting. Like, you look on Craigslist, and you just happen to look over inside some of these dating profiles. You see some of these women on here, and they like 35 and over, and it's just pathetic, man. It's pathetic, All right, but I'm about to cut this one short, man. I just want to touch on that whole wall of silence thing, man. It's here, man. And the more men, the more men listen to these videos, the more men that are educating themselves, becoming a part of the bigger picture. That's the collective black male conscious, man. It's gonna be a dark day, man. Black women. I mean, I almost said I'm pushing all y'all asses in the same category. You know, for the very few women that actually stand with the men and speak against this bullshit that they see that's going on, they're like, look, sisters, we can't fix this shit like this, man. And, you know, we got to get this shit, like, right, for real. We can't be on that shit. Like, for the women that actually do that shit and don't get no help from her fellow counterparts, hey, man, y'all can ride with us, man. We've already pretty much accepted those women. You know, the statuesque ones, the I'm satin dolls. We've already accepted, you know, the females that